All right, welcome. I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. Gonna get back to working on some villain design. Hold on. Gotta get my iPad screen going. I seem to always forget that part. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, come on. Ta-da! Yeah, we got pretty far with them. Still kind of like feeling a little iffy about him. We'll find him today. I'm confident that we'll find this guy fully today. I think maybe one of the things I'll do is work with some color, just so I can play around with shapes, where things are. It's also contemplating making the glasses maybe a bit more futuristic-y, and by futuristic-y meaning they are connected. That tends to be like what we tend to think of. Something like that. Or just like a big old bar. I've got Luna in my lap, so you know things are looking pretty good. Let's see if he's kind of like that. I think I like having still a little, some kind of cutout above the nose. Let's see. Okay. So he is a scientist. Let's see. He's another human. We'll mess around with some color. And yes, this is still a very rough design, but I just want to figure some stuff out. Yeah. He is this like scientist businessman. I like the idea that both of them are kind of blending together because he's kind of foregone his like doctor scientist thinking. He's a little bit more corrupt now. And you know, maybe I was thinking the color. I want his like visor, his glasses to be some kind of like maybe orange color, just so that, just to make him kind of stand out a little bit. I think he'll definitely have some dark hair, maybe some like very like boring standard hair. Might have like a white streak in it. Who knows? Meow. Oh, meow to you too. She meows usually so quietly, so it's kind of hard to pick her up on the mic. Now she's attacking random bits of paper she can find. Okay. Could kind of have this like swept back hair kind of look. Do you think having this bit is important? And you know, maybe designing. Oh, Lou, what are you doing with that paper? Are you going crazy? Okay. Give him a little bit of gray. Right where you expect it, probably. And what color? I mean, he could be kind of in dark clothes. Don't want him just to be like in black, though. Because also this way he might end up looking kind of like a priest or something. I don't know. Got the popped collar. I don't know, I kind of gave him like these weird spikes on his elbows. We'll see if that ends up holding up. I don't know if it will. Play around with like different textures happening, or different colors, being in different places. I kind of want there to be transitions between colors. So like transitioning to his pants, there should be like maybe something in between. And that could be like something as simple as like some kind of like little line here, and that'll make it feel good. We'll figure it out. Let's experiment with some like blue. It's gonna have like a shirt underneath. I think maybe like the dark turtleneck is on underneath. That could be pretty fun. And then maybe he's wearing like the gray down here in his pants or something, I don't know. Don't know if I'm feeling the orange for the glasses. Maybe it's just this specific orange I'm not vibing with. Maybe more of an orange red. Just watch me just end up making them red after saying that I didn't want them to be. Just to give them that sinister kind of look. Like a lot of the time, also, like sometimes the sci-fi glasses are just like the whole thing is glass, you know? That could be kind of funny, but I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to look that goofy, but that might be necessary. I think every great design has like something about it that's like that's exaggerated into some like goofy proportion, but then like tweaked so that it's not like, I don't know, so that it feels right. Like you can take what, the pyramid head from Silent Hill, for example. I mean, he's got a big old pyramid on his head, but looks cool as hell, despite being a little goofy in concept. Okay, I want some kind of texture change from the top of his cloak. You know, this little bit, his shoulder bit. So maybe I'll make his actual suit just like a tad darker. So it like it really sells that it is a separate fabric, separate area of the body. And that could be kind of interesting if we do a kind of monochrome look for him. That could make him feel pretty sterile. He's almost looking too sleek, though. Oh no. I don't know if I want him feeling sleek. Well, at least not in this way. Let's see. Just the swept back hair feels a little not correct. But it could be. He could have a mustache. I feel like if he did, it would have to be like some kind of like evil looking mustache. Could be interesting. I don't know. I don't know if he's mustache material. Hmm. Okay, so we've got this. Comes up here. What if his goggles or his glasses are a little bit more square shaped? What color do we want cybernetics to kind of look like? Just kind of like hollow color. It'd be interesting if just like it's just a slight difference. Could add some intrigue to the design. All right. At this point, I will look at what he used to look like. This is what he used to look like. Pretty boring, and also not great. But let's use it as reference. I was going with this more of this blue look to him, at least with the hair. I'd say he's definitely a lot stronger in concept right now. Yeah, his outfit is a lot better than it used to be. Okay. It's a lot more interesting. I will not make that mistake again. I will not color on the wrong layer again. Not this stream. Maybe some of, you know, that a lighter color. What if he's just full on wearing a lab coat? That could be interesting. Kind of helps sell a little bit better that he is a doctor. But is he like undercover? I don't know. I mean, he could be. It is funny just making it a wider cloak suddenly makes it feel more doctor-like. What if it's this bit? Going on here? I feel like that should be referencing pretty easily there. Oh. Interesting. kind of really... What if that lighter color comes in here? No, I think dark is cooler. Meow. What? Oh, just because I'm talking doesn't mean I'm talking to you, kitty cat. Oh yeah. I think we're getting there. What if these bits were white? That could be interesting. Oh, that is a good point. I want it so that he's kind of wearing this sleeveless shirt, right? Underneath? Hmm. He could just have the one. No. Yeah, I don't think he's not a mustache kind of guy. What if I follow this with it getting darker as it goes down? Kind of like the pants are gray. I don't know why. I think it's a vibe. Then do we connect back here? I don't think so. You're breaking up the flow. Might have to go back to like a lighter color. Might just have to be gray. Hmm. Whoa. Maybe it's the inverse. Goes from dark to light. I kind of want his, like, skin to feel kind of cold, too. Hmm. Look at our color wheel here. Okay. I believe we are in that kind of like blue and orange complementary right now. We've got kind of an analogous color scheme with Axel, actually more of a split comp. And then we got a triad with Blaze. Hmm. I think that'd be the logo is just a big L. This is Lazarus from Lazarus Corp. It's funny, I kind of could go right here. I think he'd be broadcasting it, but maybe there's just that kind of feeling going on. We wanted that transition. Hmm. What kind of symbol of healing would they be going for? Maybe DNA based. Hmm. So I feel like gotta be careful that it doesn't just look like LexCorp. I feel like LexCorp is kind of just like an L. Or no? I guess it's just the whole word. No, yeah, sometimes it is just a big L. Okay. Which makes sense. Let's, I'll get some inspo from real life. And yeah, the cross tends to come in pretty, like, you know, red cross. And just in general, when you see a red cross anywhere, that means hospital. Maybe something like that. I do like the idea that he could have some other bits of orange on him. Okay, Lou. I hear ya. Yeah. Welcome back. Maybe I should be referring to Axel's arm. Just because that was... They're a little linked. Meow. Oh my goodness. You're just a little attention hog, aren't you? Alright. Oh, you with the purrs, I hear ya. Okay. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be that their experiment just so happens to have their branding, but like, let's be real. I feel like if it got, you know, with this like level of just of like corporate greed, they probably would try to work in their own branding into it. Could be interesting. If that's the case, then these would be a little bit more blue. Perhaps. And it does sell that he's a scientist. But that is kind of an interesting question, because if that is the case, then that would apply changes to Adina's whole look. Because Adina's kind of employed by Lazarus to go and hunt down Blaze. So that kind of just leaves me thinking like, well, if they're big on branding and all that, they probably wouldn't go with this blue and maroon color scheme. You know, maybe that's the case. Maybe that gets redesigned. I don't know. Alright. Down you go, Lou. I'm sorry. I can't be head near this whole stream. Oops. I mean, yeah, if that was the case, how would that affect her? Nope, now she's kicking her little kicky stick. Ooh. Hmm. That would fit with the name a lot better. Things to consider here. Vice versa. Let's try out the other way. What if Lazarus was wearing more of this blue and magenta scheme? It'd be pretty fun. I don't think he'd be wearing that, but it is a look. It is most certainly a look. That's way too different. That's the case. The Lazarus Corp logo definitely be blue. What if we work green into that design? Ooh. Maybe it could still be this, but with the orange. Or, yeah. Hmm. Could have some more squares in his design. Just like literally, literally some squares right here. We could do that cyberpunk thing where his collar lights up. I think I kind of want it to have this kind of hexagon shape. Just the vibe of the place. Okay, things are feeling like they're going in a direction. Because I do like a girl Adina having bits of orange on her. Oops. Hmm. I think as long as all of like Lazarus Corp keeps this like orange imagery, we could stay with Adina's like with this look for her, just because it still has like the orange for her for all of her little like electronic accessories. But it would definitely fit the name Lynx a lot better if she was this color scheme. Hmm. I don't know, that feels boring, and I don't think Adina should look boring. Could be kind of like that. Maybe. What's going on with your sleeves, though? Do you just have them rolled up? And you have your whole arm here. I don't feel like he would do that. It just doesn't feel like a move he'd make. But I also don't like them being the same color as that, because I want to imply that it's like a different thing that he's got underneath. Could just be black, indicating that he's wearing something under there. Then what? Just like dark shoes? Kind of goes well. Maybe the orange is kind of like down here. Feel like a mirror. That could be cool. We want this kind of thing happening? No, it just feels complicated. Now I'm kind of like imagining what the lab might look like. Just like with this kind of white and orange imagery. Blue would feel like a rebellion against it. It's kind of... Yeah, it could go well. We can make it work. Okay. Cool. Well, now our guy has colors. I think I'll do another layer over top. Just to get the sketch down and what's going on with him. How you doing, Anubis? Kind of just doing some warm-up sketches. I realized I didn't do them. Don't need that. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Where's my little... There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get this looking right. Oh, no, no, no. Oops. Ignore that. That didn't happen. Okay. Because this would be making his... You'd have a little cheekbone extending. You want it... Yeah. Get rid of that. Do kind of like it being kind of a... Everything with him being pretty square. Oh, yeah, okay. That line will indicate the cheekbone over here. Then we got his ears. He looks like he's got a 5 o'clock shadow now because of the sketch underneath him. Be fun. I'll plan out where his eyes are before I draw his glasses. His eyes would be here. His head would be a lot further back here. It's got that jawline. Right, I had that idea of it being very square here. Maybe he also has square buttons. That'd be pretty funny. Kind of looks like he's going like, what is this? What am I looking at? He's like pointing on the ground. This is another mess you're gonna have to clean up. We want that down this too? We'll see. He's got a butt. His butt is right there. Because got a pelvis here, and that pelvis having legs go here. And this hip be going here. Zacchaeus. Okay. We can exaggerate some part of his forearm. It's got a lot of like these hexagon shapes in him right now. Now he's pointing down at his shoe like, it's right there. It landed right there. Now, for the moment of truth, what will this man's hair look like? Maybe not that. Okay. Now to just modify it as drawing. Hmm. Want something cool going on with his hair. No, he would not. He would not have that look going on. Hmm. Do you think there's value in this weird, like, shave he's got going on? So it feels more obvious. Here I am tweaking the legs again. Hmm. Yeah, that'd be a little silly. Hmm. It could be this weird, like, 3D shape. Or not. It could just be kind of a this look. No. Should have some kind of stylization. This damn corpo. Let's see. I don't think you'd have anything like this. He's too practical for that. Hmm. Hmm. Let's play around with longer hair. Just cuz. Oh no, that doesn't feel like it really fits. So I've kind of got these octagon shapes happening here. Probably saw me drawing it over, but his torso, hexagon. It's a hexagon. His torso's a hexagon. This thing's kind of a hexagon. It's kind of a diamond, but you could argue it's also another hexagon shape. So now I'm wondering if I should make his hair a little hexagonal as well. It'd be funny. This could be interesting. But also has the chance of being a tad silly. But maybe that's okay. Maybe we like silly. Or, you know, this guy just has this kind of hexagon thing going on. Do I even go out of my way to make even this kind of hexagon shape? It could be funny. Oh. Kind of like it doing that though. That's pretty nice looking. Might look better just this way. It's almost too exaggerated there. This time I can just erase. I'm gonna see if I want to try to add some kind of hexagon here as well. Unless we do something like this. Hmm. No. And then, so my idea with the lab coat is that he can essentially like change its color, specifically this part. So like in the lab, he's looking all science-y. Then he can switch to like business mode, to dark mode. Yeah, let me switch my suit to dark mode, huh? Feeling pretty good about this. I am once again questioning whether or not the pants should just be dark. I still like them kind of gray. Or they're just bright orange. That'd be pretty funny. I hate that I kind of like it. Nah, it doesn't go well with that. Because now we're kind of working in a palette where it's got to look good in both dark mode and light mode. Hmm. Let's do the old flipperoo. Hmm. He's definitely leaning. That might be what's necessary. That's yeah. Of course, we do have like a lot of these horizontal shapes happening here. So he's gonna kind of look wide. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's, you know, kind of helps him look more intimidating. He's not very long, but he is wide. I think with this, maybe the light in the pants. This man. Is this your man? I think we're adding another octagon shape, or hexagon shape. Goodness. I cannot remember that word for the life of me. Okay. The strongest shape. I'm digging it. I think it's time for the final line. Art. Then I can finally move on from this guy. Alright, we'll want to keep nice and flowy shapes to this. I might even make this lighter, just so I can really focus on the new drawing and less on the old drawing. Just realize even his ears are a little hexagonal shaped. How did I say I wanted his eyebrows to look? Like a little trapezoid. Exactly as this is drawn. Dude, this guy's just all hexagon shape. My god. Don't want him to feel stiff though. That's like the ultimate trick. That's like the task with this guy, is not to make him look stiff despite all of his shapes. So with that in mind, I might have to redraw some things in the face. We'll see. His hair might end up looking a little ridiculous. I like to think his wife had him get it. He's like, yes, dear. That's kind of fun. Do I want that? Probably not. Make me a little Johnny Bravo shaped. With the hair. Probably not. It'd be funny if that's even a line in the show. Is like, what's up with his hair? Oops. Come on. I guess I should know where it's ending first. I don't think it'd have, yeah. Do we do this instead? That's kind of fun. I like that shape. I'm kind of creating this, like, it's like his sleeve is kind of like rolled up. It's making this shape. It's a very specific shape. Like, yeah, that's kind of fun. Making this shape. I already have this plan here. We can just have this bit kind of overlapping. I'm kind of liking the hair. The more I look at it. This man in his weird sleeves. Just had to make sure my cat was here. I don't know why I didn't think she was. Where else would this Velcro crate be? What do you look like if I do this? Why would your pants be doing that, though? Because fashion. This might end up being a little silly looking, but we'll see. Future. Future. Is it futuristic to have weird baggy parts of your pants for some reason? Maybe. Maybe. Shoes. Why are your shoes so small, man? I feel like the feet or shoes end up being like the most overlooked thing. I guess we're not meant to be looking down there. But still. It's weird that these... It's weird that this is working. Sometimes that's the vibe you get from a design. You're like, didn't expect it to be working this way, but here we are. I'm pretty sure it's typically higher than... Oh, goodness. How is it? How is the leg anatomy? It's... I know one side of the ankle is higher. It is the okay, it's the inside ankle is higher. I'll just kind of make that in line with this. Yes, I am evil. Is something he says. That's a quote. You can quote him. Hello, yes, I am Evil Man. Look at this man. So evil. Get rid of that. Why does this look pretty alright? I don't know. Didn't expect it to. I'll take it. Let's color this sucker in. There's something that's odd here. I think this curve should be more of a downward curve to better indicate that it is, the arm is kind of more angled towards his back. Because before that kind of just made it look like his hand was just like in a pocket. Maybe that'll help a little better. I don't think this will... Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this. What about... I kind of like it being lighter. I think I just need to... a little bit of color balancing. I'll do that here specifically. I don't know if I change much. Not really. Let's look at it under some grayscale. Just to really make sure. Okay, okay. Okay. You want this darker than this? Or a color in between this and that. And is that what's gonna happen here? Or do we do... this might make more sense. Before it becomes this color again at the bottom? The green for the hair might end up being a little overboard. It's a very dark green, but... Okay, okay. Pop off. Pop off, King. Let's go ahead and hop back into that color balance. Pardon me, sorry. Hope I didn't just blast out that mic. Okay, now there's some better harmony here. Let's make sure that this white will end up looking good. Not really. One thing at a time. Now, what do we do for the line art? Oh yeah, I had that idea of... Would it be there? Suppose it could. Hmm. Hmm. No. Give him a soul patch. Whose soul did he steal to get that patch? Could be interesting given that little 5 o'clock shadow. Let's get rid of some clutter. For the sake of this character sheet, I don't want to have to like make another one just for his light mode outfit. So I'm just gonna do that right here. Oops. And now we'll do his back. I guess let's shift the sheet in white. Oh, my eyes. Let's compare it to our other villain here. Yeah, he's pretty simple. He's just got the shape of his jacket. They definitely look like they're from two different sides of the city. This guy's just a little bit more techie. Well, a lot more techie, but yeah. It's funny though, the more I look at him, the more I'm like, yeah. Yeah, this is looking pretty cool. Which is good. That's what we want. It's gonna need a... It's gonna need a hand. Hmm. I don't think I drew the back of his hand. Let's see. Yeah, not really. Okay. I'll do a little sketch and then I'll just draw over it. So if you're holding your hand behind your back like this, be kind of like that. Oops. That's not how a hand looks. Okay. Front and back. I guess I just gotta draw the back of his hair. His hair's weird. We got this weird look going. But it's sci-fi. Yeah. And his bit of fantasy is having that weird part of his jacket at the top. Because if you just kind of changed the palette into like a little bit, you know, a little bit, he wouldn't look like a scientist. He might look more like a priest or something. I think I made his arm too flabby. He's got some like, got some beefy arms. I guess I'll leave it. Oh, I guess his like hand too. Cool. That might be it for Lazarus for this stream. Kind of tired. But I think we found him. I don't know if I'll give him expressions like I did for Gage. I don't think he I don't really think he needs any. I can imagine like one scene where I really want a close-up on his face and he just looks tired, but I think that's more of like a specific frame sheet rather than in his model sheet. This might be all I need. Cause yeah, maybe I like have his glasses separate, just so that they're a prop that can be referenced. But like other than that, he's looking pretty slick. He's definitely looking a lot more slick than he used to be. We look at how. If we look at his initial look here, I mean, that was pretty sauceless before. He's just he's just a businessman before. Like nothing else. And I feel like in this you can see that there's definitely something else going on here. He's a kind of a scientist by day, shady businessman by night, or vice versa. He's got his light mode and dark mode. Maybe I'll also include him without his jacket, or his jacket like unbuttoned in this sheet. I don't know. That could be a possibility. Or that would just be its own model sheet at that point. Yeah, okay. I think I'll wrap it up there. Just throw in... Now I'm just throwing in the last Fire Sprite logo. I want to keep in his height chart, just so we can see that he is a tall man. I think his head is a little larger than I originally planned for. So we might call him 7.5 heads tall. Let's see. That's kind of our half right there. Okay. I guess I didn't shade him, but I don't think I shaded Gage at all. I didn't, no. Yeah, Gage looks pretty great. He's definitely a little stockier than Lazarus here. We give him his little L. That could be funny. Shape of an L on her forehead. Loser. I don't know if he'd had like the logo on him. That could be interesting if he does. Might add an extra element. This kind of looks like it could use a little something over here. Nah. Let's see what we have named in our model sheet here, or not our design breakdown. Comes in towards the end, just Darian Lazarus. Okay. We might modify the name just so that this is specifically him in his lab coat, just in case I have ones without the lab coat. Oh, Badoni. I'll go Dr. Lazarus. Coat. I might come back to him tomorrow or some other time. Just because there might be something missing. I think I wanted to give him some kind of like mechanical kind of look to his skin or something, but we'll see. Okay, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you, I think, Anubis, for sticking around, at least in Twitch. I don't know who specifically is in YouTube, if anyone is at all, but thanks for sticking around.